let's play some Harvest Moon. I would love to tell you I remember what we're supposed to be doing, but I don't. I never do though, you know, this is just how it is. But I think it should be good. I know we got a lot done last time, so we should be getting a lot done this time. I think the main thing we're focusing on is building Doc's, or no, we have Doc's house back. That's what we did last time. So now we just gotta figure out what we're doing this time. Okay, let's go and see. There we go. I was like, if this game will ever load. It's raining though, so that's nice. Okay, so nothing new. We're gonna have to buy some seeds at some point. I'm trying to remember what we're supposed to be doing. I think our next point of progress, because we have the... Yes, we need to go to Doc and get the blue tablet. That's what our next point of progress is. Oh god, I'm in like my, what's it called? I'm in my like Animal Crossing headspace. Okay, how much do we need? We need, we don't have hardwood and we don't have animals. So that is not gonna happen yet. Unfortunately. But one thing we did do is we restored the restaurant, so we can go there and we can see what they have there. We got some stuff to work on. How much is it to restore up here, though? That is the question. Softwood lumber and material stone. So I need to get down like a single tree, get some money, etc., etc. The work never ends. Okay, so who's out and about? Nobody really yet. So we'll cut down like 1 or 2 trees. Because we definitely, need to actually work on our farm, which we have been neglecting heavily. We've been, going full story mode, ignore everything else, which is fine, but... You know, we should probably do some other stuff. Yeah, I know. It's like old school, isn't it? Trust me, I had the same issue when I started playing it, because it's like a weird 2D, 3D kind of deal. This is what we want to sell. Like, it truly is bizarre. You get used to it pretty quickly though, so it's not that bad. We need to sell the flowers to the other guy though. But we do want to buy some seeds. It's the end of spring, so we don't want to buy anything super long lasting. So I think we will just wait until the next season to get anything new. We have strawberries still. We're good. We can fish. I know, but it's like, it looks older than it is, if you know what I mean. Like, low-key, I feel like some of the older Harvest Moon games are, like, easier to look at than this one. But I like it. I mean, it is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely like a, huh. Okay. Okay, so we have this all built here. I guess what we can do is we can see how much material stone we can make, and if we can't, because yeah, I think the whole town is all built now. Right? I said the same thing. I'm used to it being a little more, first person, I guess, because that's like that's what I'm used to from a Harvest Moon game, personally. This, like, overhead style, I say that this game and Stardew Valley are very similar to each other. Yeah, that's what I've heard, but I don't know for sure. I wonder if that's true, because that would explain a lot. What do we have here? Hardwood and silver is what we need for this. It's still like a progression game, so I don't mind it, but it's definitely different. That is for sure. Okay, so we need iron and we need minerals or material stone at some point. First, let's go and see if the professor is in. It's a chill game though, so I'm not upset about it, and it's actually, we're running through it a lot quicker than I thought we would, because I feel like I remember Harvest Moon games, like the story modes being more difficult than this one is. And this one is definitely, like, it's only the spring and we've almost got, like, the entire town rebuilt, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure that there's gonna be a progression stopper at some point, but... Oh, okay, so it is called Story of Seasons. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll... Next time I get a Harvest Moon game, because I don't know if the next, like, farming game like this is gonna be a Harvest Moon specifically, or I guess now that it's Story of Seasons. But that actually explains a lot. Like, you just made me understand so much. Hello. Because I was low-key wondering this whole time. I was like, this feels very different from, like, the Harvest Moon games that I'm used to. So now I get it. You have opened my eyes. This probably, I don't remember when this was made though, but it's definitely got to be the newer Harvest Moon. Like, they're using the same, like, characters, but it is not the same. It's fun though, I gotta say. Okay, we're just gonna make as much material stone as we can, I guess. And then fish. At least until more stuff gets going on. Because we don't need any specific fish anymore, but they are our probably best way to make money, I would say, at least at the moment. That's so weird though. I didn't even know that they got bought out. I feel like that must have been during, like, a time where I wasn't, like, super hardcore into playing any, like, video games or something. No, I just want the flower. Thank you. Because that's so wild to me that I, like, never noticed. But I'm gonna have to give that one a shot now. I wonder when the most recent one... Oh, I have faith though, don't I? Yeah, I do. Yeah, when did this happen? Now I'm so curious. You have me so curious. Oh. Okay. Or you just won't come. That works too. They're, like, playing. Oh. There we go. Oh, that was pretty easy. Oh yeah, you can sew. I was just looking at the newer ones. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, this looks like the Harvest Moon I remember." Okay. I like how you now have me more invested in this than I am in the Harvest Moon game that I'm playing right now. I'm like, no, I'm interested in the old Harvest Moon. Oh yeah, It's a Wonderful Life was definitely what I played too. Oh my god, wait, they're actually not that bad, honestly. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the next game that I buy once I finish this one. Because I told myself I have to finish the games that I start on this. Oh, that's so wild. So they basically just took Harvest Moon and turned it into, like, a generic-ass game, didn't they? Like, nothing against it, but, like, you can't look at me and tell me that this isn't a game that you've seen, like, a whole bunch of times before, you know what I mean? Which, again, is fine, but, like, Also, I feel like, so I'm a big Stardew Valley player. I've played it quite a few times on this channel, but I decided that it's more of a like I play when I'm bored kind of game. So I don't really play it that much on here anymore. But that's also because I've restarted it like 30 times and I know exactly what's gonna happen. And when I started playing this game, I was like, this feels weirdly like Stardew Valley. But like the mechanics are worse. So now I don't feel as bad dissing a game that I used to love as a child. So thank you. You've given me so much freedom with this information. I don't think you understand. Like I still want to finish it out for sure. But after this, I want to play like the actual Harvest Moon games now. Because I've seen Story of Seasons, but I just assumed that it was like a new game, you know what I mean? Okay, come on. We'll do yes, thank you. You've turned my life around, truly. Like in this moment I am a changed woman. We are only catching piranha here, and they are not worth that much, so we're gonna go somewhere else. Yeah, no, the graphics aren't great here, and the running isn't great either. Yeah, oh my god. Yes, if you want to put it that way. Hello, we have access to new area. Okay, is the professor back yet? He is. Okay, we're going there. We will get the stone back from him. He keeps running away. He keeps wanting to take our rock. But we will not let him take our rock, because it is our rock. I need 3 iron ore. Oh, 3 iron ore and 5 glass material. That's what we were doing last time. Okay. How much iron and glass do we have, necessarily? Glass material. We have 14. Oh, we need iron. Ah, yes, I was struggling. Now I remember what I was doing. Yeah, at first, I think they tried to base him off, like, Doc from, like, Back to the Future. That's my guess, anyway. They didn't do the best job at it. Yeah, some of the character art is wild. Like, it makes you, like, you look at it and it makes you, like, vaguely uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Okay, all we need is 1 iron. So we're literally just gonna go up and down. Or, no, that'll waste the rest of our day. We're just gonna have to exist. You know, this thing has been telling me low battery for like an hour and a half now. So I feel like my, my game controllers are just running on like a hope and a prayer. Yeah, but this is the mining mechanic. Please enjoy me just digging a hole into dirt a whole bunch. It's very exciting, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I was like, oh, like when I went to switch my games over, I like threw it on the Switch for a little bit. But like when I tell you these Joy-Cons survive everything. I don't know how, but they just do. And I just let it happen. Oh no, not RuneScape. Yo, can I just say, I haven't played RuneScape in years. That was like one of the first MMOs that I played when I was a kid. Me and my cousin, the same one who I ruined the life of via Grand Theft Auto, he also introduced me to like RuneScape, I think, and then we played this game called Mabinogi, which was also an MMO, and we played MapleStory, which is weirdly popular now, and kind of bizarre to me that it's like now popular, because I remember playing it and like I was a nerd. But isn't that how everything goes nowadays? But God, I haven't played RuneScape in forever. Ah, that was such a fun game. I wonder if I'd be able to access my old account, because I used to grind that shit for hours on end. So now you got me curious. Please give me iron. All I need is a single iron, and it just won't let me get it. There we go. Okay, now we can go back up. Honestly. Yeah, I blame my family for showing me all of the like video games that I grew up on, which is great. I also had cousins that were very into World of Warcraft, but I feel like that's kind of a, and I know people would hate me to say this, but that's kind of like a dump your money into it game. So when I was a kid, I couldn't play it. Or a teenager even. I didn't have the money for World of Warcraft. But like people go hard on that shit. Like it's crazy. There we go. But I've been thinking about doing a stream where I just like try to log into my old accounts for like different games that I used to play as a kid and like replaying them with no remembrance of how to whatsoever. I was like, that would be a fun stream. Okay, we have fixed the tablet. Nice. Story is completed. Kind of. Okay, we only have 2 more tablets to get though. And then I think the story mode is complete. So we are going to run down here. Now you have me, like, literally ever since you mentioned it, I've had the old Harvest Moon game stuck in my head now. And now that I know it's, like, easily purchasable. No, like, unironically, I think I've streamed this, like, 3 times. And we only have, like, 1 more of these tablets to get before the story mode is complete. And it isn't even, we aren't even out of the season yet. It's, very short, that's for sure. But it's interesting. That's for sure. We can finally try to fit the next tablet into the panel. Thank you so much. You can thank me for all the support. What? You're not serious, are you? The only thing you know how to do is watch fish swimming in a river. What? That's not the only thing I can do. See, you always end up crying. Shut up. Yeah, see, and these are the little sprite guys that used to be in the other game, or the other Harvest Moon games. Yeah, I don't know how long this story is though. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you could easily speedrun it, and that's like a weird thing to say about a farming game. They are in fact the knockoffs. That is so accurate. Wait, why'd you put that into my head, man? I gotta look at these guys for at least another stream. Or 2. Like, yo, now I'm never gonna be able to not think of that. Oh my god. Wait, that's so fucking accurate. Rob is too accurate. Hello, you must rise. Oh yeah, it's the wizard. Oh my god, no. I cannot do that to myself. That would be cruel and unusual punishment right there. That's like, you know when streamers get like a subscriber and they like spin a wheel and it's like a wheel of punishment? That's something that I would put on that wheel of punishment. There's something I need to talk to you about, but for now, will you come with me to the lighthouse? Yes, we will. There's no time to waste. We must go now. Ah, yes, quality content. You know, to be fair, that's a pretty blurry line. Punishment for the streamer and quality content, you know? I feel like they kind of just go like hand in hand. Have you been told stories about how the light from the lighthouse brings prosperity to this island? I had a feeling you already knew. You see, Lo, that's exactly what I wish to speak to you about. Oh my god. That is so accurate. That is insanely correct. You may have thought it was simply a myth, a legend said through the generations, but the fact is, it's true. This island was once very prosperous. The perpetual light from the lighthouse was a blessing to these lands. However, when the great storm hit, the stone tablets were blown away and the lighthouse ceased to shine. Without the tablets, without light from the lighthouse, the entire island began to lose its life energy. We love an island dependent on magic. That is very Harvest Moon of them, I will say. The reasons why these storms occur, that is due to the imbalance of power of the water, light, and land and light elements. Whether the imbalance is natural or caused intentionally, I have yet to decipher. One thing I do know for certain is that unless we find the tablets soon, this island will sink. Oh, that's great. That's less Harvest Moon. Right, I will meet you there shortly. Chapter 3, The Light of the Wind. See, I think there's 4 because there's 2 more tablets that we have to get, and then I think the story mode is over. So really, we're just vibing until we finish the story mode, and then I don't know what we're doing after that. Yes, exactly. Are we meant to go up to the harvest goddess area thing? I don't know. Yeah, this is, it's a fun game though, I have to say. For all that the graphics also confuse me as much as they confuse you. Okay, yes, Edmund is here somewhere. So I assume he's not over here. But this is eventually where we will buy stuff. So we need to get 300 gold. That's not that bad, actually. We just need to sell fish. The fish that we have in our inventory. That should have been sold already, but they weren't, because we passed the fuck out for some reason. Listen, I wish that we could, like, time skip in real life. That would make my life easier. But I don't want it to happen because I have classes today. Halo, you're late. How could you make us wait? I was actually just playing with you. We just got here too. Sigh. I love the sigh. Insert actual sigh here. I simply sighed in pity. It must be a nuisance having to deal with you and your unproductive chatter. What? How dare you? Quiet, you two. That's enough play. You don't want to upset her, do you? That's very valid. I'm guessing you're at work right now or something? Because that sucks, man. That's rough. That's the nice thing about, education is that we have summers off. So I get to do this in my mornings instead. Perks of being a teacher. You just took it way too far. I must say, your observations are utterly and completely wrong. I like to think it's not completely untrue. Nevertheless, we are here now, and we must get to the task at hand. That's correct. I will divine the locations of the 2 remaining stone tablets. Thank you. That'll make our lives so much easier. Oh, that's super valid. My, one of my best friends is also an IT guy, and sometimes he'll just show up randomly in my streams too, and he'll be like, Lauren, why aren't you working? And I'll be like, Dan, it's because I'm here. I'm not. Why aren't you working? And he'll just be like, leaves. But that's valid. I feel like that's the nice thing about working in IT is that, like, it's like, you're either doing a whole bunch or you're not doing that much. And the days where you're not doing that much must be wonderful. My brother works in IT too, actually. I have a lot of people in my life that work in IT. But I feel like this is the nice way, like, the nice thing about it is you can kind of multitask. Like, there are definitely some jobs where, like, you have to focus all day. Like, that is all that you do all day. But it's a little chill. At least you get, like, some downtime, which is nice. Oh, yeah, I feel that one. Don't worry, I feel you on needing to be paid more for my job. I definitely get it. It's rough. But, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. My brother was the same way. He's lucky though. He got promoted a couple of times because he's, it's like he used to work at a small company got bought out by a big company. They were like, you know what you're doing, work in this nicer job. And he was like, oh, this is great. Especially because he did a lot of customer service work before he got his promotion, and now he doesn't anymore. It's definitely not, I feel like it's one of those jobs where it's definitely like, you are working to enjoy your life rather than you are enjoying your life while you're working. Because there are definitely, in my mind, those are like the two categories of job. And then sometimes there's like the blurry middle, which is kind of where I exist in all the time. What am I supposed to do? No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. What am I supposed to be doing? I was not paying attention. It's fine. Yeah. I feel like that's valid, honestly. Like, as much as it sucks, I feel like that's how most jobs are nowadays. Where it's like, as much as you want to be, like, as much as you want to live for your work, it's just not super feasible. Like, even people that I know that went into, like, majors that they love. Like, I have a friend that, like, went into chemistry because they love chemistry. And, like, now they don't love their job, though. I'll tell you that one. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Okay, what are we doing for the rest of the day? I was not paying attention, so we'll go down here and see if the new area is unlocked. Because there's still one area of the island that we haven't been allowed to explore yet. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's very much like the worker drone mentality. That's like, I will say that is the nice thing about doing education, like working as like a teacher or a sub or an assistant, is like at the very least, like 90% of the jobs that you're gonna work, you're gonna be interacting with people, so they kind of have to see you as people. I mean, online teaching is a little different, but it's still like, at the same time, like, it is a person talking to a person, you know? And I feel like a lot of, like, younger, like, kids especially are a lot more, like, prone to looking at, like, virtual internet faces as, like, people because they grew up with it so well, whereas I feel like older people that I used to interact with are definitely a little more, like, they don't, like, conceptualize it as well, I will say. Like, when I was in the hospital, I did a lot of, like, phone work and stuff when I first got there, because I would work as a, like, a unit coordinator, which just means that I'd, like, sit at the desk when people come into the unit, and I, like, help the doctors and the nurses and everything, like, move things around. Like, basically a glorified receptionist. But I would get on the phone a lot, and a lot of the, like, older patients, like their significant others or their like parents or something, like when I would talk to them on the phone, they would just like not understand that I'm like a human being talking to them and discussing this. I'm not like a machine. And like to a degree, I feel like the place that I also worked at kind of did the same thing. But I feel like the bigger the company, the more likely it is to happen. Like if it's a small company, then yeah, you're probably gonna get treated a little better than if it's a big one. But unfortunately, big ones are kind of the place where you get most of your work. Look who we have here, my trusty assistant. Not them making a character named Sherlock, but spelling Sherlock incorrectly so they don't have the copyright. That's so funny. I don't actually. I mean, I understand that. I'm sure there's like a logistical reason to it, but I don't know why that's why they. I don't know if there's like a specific reason. Is there? Because like now I'm kind of curious. Okay, what are we doing? I guess I'll be in your hands. Huh? Why are you so upset at me? Did I say something wrong? Okay. New character acquired, I suppose. Oh. That's wild. It's so crazy how, like, so many of these, like, very common things have such a, like, weird... I don't want to call it weird, but, like, definitely a bizarre backstory, you know what I mean? How much to fix the bridge? Lots of stuff that we don't have. Good to know. Hardwood and gold. It's definitely crazy how, like, how many things have changed, though. Then what about this? Hardwood and softwood. We still can't get hardwood. Yeah. To be fair, I feel like that's kind of every country, though. Like, I can't really think of a country that it's like you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, these all come from very good things. Like, there are great bases here for all of these options. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you get, it's gonna be, worrisome and questionable at best. Do we have is the restaurant open at the moment? I don't think so. To be fair, it's only like 8 AM, so can't expect anything amazing. But yeah, no, we have a solidly dark history. Like, to be an English teacher, you have to do like a lot of like English classes, obviously. And last semester, we did a lot of like reading like articles and news articles and like stories that are a little more like realistic, like from like years and years past, of course. And we read one that was like about like children in the coal mines, and that was like dark as fuck, because it was like a response piece, right, when they were like exposing things like the meatpacking industry and stuff. Yeah, people don't know, and people don't really care to know, which is crazy. What a fancy house this man has. Yeah, people, I feel like, really, like, I don't want to say they don't care, but they definitely care less, you know? Which is wild when you think about it. But I think it's important, at least. But so I live in the South, obviously, which is kind of Grand Central right now for, like, removing important history. So that's definitely something that's been interesting recently. Because it's like, of course, you don't want to think about it, you know? But, like, then people are like, oh, no, we're not letting them think about it because we're just not going to tell them. And it's like, but is that really correct either? Okay, we are getting all of the rocks. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would be so proud of us right now. Look at this. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab mats for now, I think. And then we're gonna rebuild the animal place next, is my plan. Swipe to allow or deny. Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right? It's so wild when you think about it. I mean, it's like they try to make everything seem very hunky-dory. That's for sure. And I feel like it's weird because it's almost like a lot of pop culture nowadays is the thing that's like revealing this to children, where it's like it should be our history textbooks. I don't know if you can tell. I have very strong opinions on this. This is one of the few things that I'm like, yeah, this like really matters to me. Oh, yeah, I feel you. My friend Lauren lives in Ohio. I know a lot of Laurens, actually. I know like 5 Laurens, so it's fine. But this Lauren, this version of Lauren, lives in Ohio. So I understand because I went to visit there once, and like when I tell you I feel like I didn't leave the South, I was like, wow, okay. This is very similar, actually. Because it's like, I expected it to be like when I go up to New York, and when I visit New York, it's very like, it's not like super different because I still live like in upstate New York, which is a like notoriously red area of New York. Though we live in like a little, I guess we live in a more like little democratic pocket of that little red area. But, I don't know. I expected it to be more like New York, and it definitely wasn't. I will tell you that. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like that's valid. Like I live in Florida, so I'm like so far south it's south, or it's like it's not quite southern anymore. But like they still have a lot of like very southern ideals. It's like one of those things where it's like nobody wants to claim Florida because obviously it's Florida. Who would want to necessarily claim it? We're kind of like down in the dogs, you know? But like I also know that like almost every person I know that currently lives in Florida, other than like my family, like my actual family that's like moved down here and lives here with me, like wants to leave Florida. Ah, yes. So you understand. It's a little different down here nowadays. Which is like, don't get me wrong, I like living here for the most part. It's not that bad. Like, but I also know that it like isn't great for a lot of other people. And it's not going to be great once I am working full-time as an educator. Which is the main reason that I don't want to like stay here necessarily. Because as much as I like it, there's a lot of really harsh punishment for certain restrictions that I know I wouldn't be able to 100% fully follow to the degree that they want it to be followed. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I hate to say it because you don't want it to be, but yeah, like one of my friends that lives down here is trans, and I'm sure you can imagine how that's gone. Not great at the moment. They're doing their thing though. And of course I am also doing my thing in that regard. But for me it's like one of those things where it's like I have the opportunity to go back to New York, so that sounds like a pretty good option to me. As much as you don't want to like give in and just leave because you know that's what they want you to do, it's like sometimes it's the better option. No, we want to build a house, or the house over there first. Yeah, that's fair. I have a couple friends that have recently, they were gonna visit me and they canceled their trips and they're like, you should visit us. And I was like, that's valid. But, you know, that's why I'm moving eventually. When I can afford to. When I can afford to and I don't have internships and all that fun stuff to complete still. Okay, new house built. This used to be where the livestock dealer lived. Okay, so this is where we're gonna get the animals for our farms. Yeah, that's fair. Now, and like overall, Florida is a pretty nice place. As long as you just gotta live in the right parts of Florida. Like I live in an area that's like pretty nice and open and chill and stuff. But like when I go to visit my parents, they live in a place that's like you drive through the county line and it literally just has a big sign that says "Welcome to Trump County, USA," which is like, you know, their prerogative to live there, but like also my prerogative to not. No offense. Okay. So, what exactly do we need to... Okay, I think both of them, it's just we need material stone. That's a valid response. That's a valid response. Yeah, I try, when I'm streaming, I try not to get too much into, like, politics or anything, because I know people get angry and very opinionated about it. But, I definitely also have opinions. It's something that I don't want to hide either, you know what I mean? Because God forbid I attract the wrong type of people here. Because that's always possible. Though I don't think it's gonna happen playing Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. Okay. We need 10. I love that. I love that opinion. Listen, to be fair, I feel like there's no really good option in this situation. There are less bad options, but there's no like really good option, you know what I mean? At least at this point in time. Though I will discount anybody who goes on the Joe Rogan podcast. No offense to Joe Rogan. He's just kind of, you know? There we go. We now have a place for chickens. Which is very off what we're talking about and what I'm doing on the screen. Two very different things right now. The chicken coop has been repaired. Now you'll be able to take care of chickens. You can get eggs from them. If you want a chicken, head over to the livestock dealer, which we just opened. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like she has something similar to like, I don't want to call it the Bernie Sanders effect, but like to a degree I will. Where it's like it definitely like, it's somebody that you like know probably will never actually get a nomination, but you want them to so bad, you know? Also, anybody that runs for an independent at this point is pretty solidly screwed, whether they like it or not. Which kind of sucks. Because this country is certainly a two-party system at this point in its life. Level 16 we go. Okay, come on. This is the worst part of this game, unironically. But I need to get to the bottom. So, here we are. Because I'm like 90% certain that there's gonna be a tablet in this area at some point. But we'll figure it out. It's just gonna be very annoying to get there. Come on. One, two. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Suddenly, I would rather be grinding in any other game. Okay, let's look around. If we can dig adequately. Come on, come on. Today is not our lucky day, by any means. Actually, that wasn't horrible. Nothing. How hard is it to find a hole in the ground? Come on. Can't be that difficult. Come on. I'm gonna have to cook fish eventually. But I need salt, and to do that I need the restaurant to be open at a time where I am able to go there. So that'll happen one day, but today is not the day. Today, in-game specifically, is not the day. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now my other controller is also low battery. Love to see it. You know, I know that this is like kind of a weird ask, but like low-key I wish that you could, I wish that they had corded controllers for this. Like corded pro controllers specifically. I don't know if they do. I've only ever seen the wireless ones, which I assume is probably because they're like the more popular version. Oh no, I want to eat that. I don't want to hold it. Just hold it and stare at it instead of eating it. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I wish they did. Like, I remember I was always, like, my friend was very into having, like, wireless, like, controllers and stuff. But I've always been more of a corded person. I like the, like, fact that I don't gotta think about, like, charging it or, just, like mainly charging it or putting new batteries in when it, like, starts to die. Which is, like, fine and I don't mind. Like, obviously there are places where I prefer it. But if I know I'm gonna be playing a game for, like, a long time, or I'm gonna be playing, like, several games for a long time. Oh, I need to eat again. Then I would rather have, like, a corded controller, because then I don't have to worry about it. No, that's fair. I feel like it's, like, specific purposes, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm playing a game on my television and I want to sit on my couch, then yeah, I'm probably gonna want a cordless controller. But, like, if I'm, doing something like this, where I'm, like, streaming and I know I want to play for a while, then it's not the best option, you know? Especially if I forget to, like, charge it or something. Yeah, normally I keep my other set of Joy-Cons, like, loaded, and then I'll, like, switch them out in between. Or, like, not in between, but, like, like, when one pair starts to die, I'll, like, get the new pair. When I took my Switch with me to my parents' house, I left them at my parents' house. So, they are there, and my parents don't know what to do with them. And I know my dog ate one of them, but I'm ignoring that, to be completely honest. Okay. I'm gonna use one more of these bamboos. No, not hold it. That way I can dig this stuff and go back to the surface. Yeah, I also have, like, the curse of being forgetful. So that's probably why I'm like over here like, maybe a corded controller would be best. It's like the grass is always greener on the other side, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's see, is the family, yes, they are at the restaurant today. Okay, because we need to get salt. Low-key, that's all that I'm here for, fam. And then we can finish this day out, and I will have to start getting ready to go to class. Not that I'm not, like, mostly ready, but, like, low-key, I have not completed my homework. So that's always lovely. Because I may be going to be a teacher, but I'm never going to claim to be the best student in the world. In fact, I'd say that's why I want to be a teacher. Oh, you see, so I have like, this is like a really weird tidbit. I have really small hands, right? So when I play, I like to use this controller. Like, that is my preference. Which is so annoying for all of my friends because that means that I only have one of these guys. Where are you? I want salt, please. Give me salt. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of it. You see that? I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I, like, unironically, I have to wear, this is so embarrassing to admit out loud, I have to wear child-sized gloves. Which is, like, super embarrassing, but, like, definitely a thing I have to do. Because my hands are too small to fit in the regular ones unless I have, like, long nails. Like, I have, like, nails on. Which may just be a thing that they made specifically, but yeah. It's like my weirdest feature, I guess. Oh, hello, bro. How you doing? Take this. That is for you. We are rizzing Dean very adequately. And then we're gonna sell a lot of flowers to his mother. Because we have so many of them. Take them all, please. Oh, that's fair. I feel like, yeah. I feel like it's like, there's always something that doesn't work. Like, I know a lot of friends who also, like, clothes are a big thing, shoes are a big thing. I know some, especially, like, guys who have, like, smaller feet or bigger feet, and it's, like, hard to find, like, a size in store, and that sucks. But. Okay. I have to say, though, unfortunately, as much as I'm having fun conversing and talking, I do think that this is where I have to end it today. Because I have to, yeah, I have to, like, get ready for classes, and I have to get all my shit and do things that I should have done earlier, but have not done. So I think that this is where I'm gonna have to go, but it was so fun talking to you, and it was a good time, it was a good stream today. It was a very good stream today. So I'll see you next time. I'm streaming tomorrow morning. We're gonna play some Genshin Impact, but until then, goodbye!